guys, it's Julia. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my current beauty favorites. So this is kind of a roundup of all the things I've just really been loving in the past, I want to say 2 months. I think it's been about 2 months since I did my last favorites video. First off, I have to mention, as you can see, today's makeup look is not your average makeup look. I actually took 2 hours and painted butterflies on my face. So yeah, this is a very extra makeup look. I will have it posted on my Instagram so you can go see the full details of it there. I really hope you guys like this look, and I hope it's not too distracting from what I'm trying to tell you guys. But yeah, every now and then I like to sit down and do a really elaborate makeup look, and today was that day. So yeah, I have monarch butterflies in my eyes. Don't mind it. Today I have a basket full of all my favorites right now, and I just wanted to share everything with you guys because I know that most of my videos are talk videos. I do a lot of videos where I just talk about stuff and review stuff for you guys, and through that I think most of the products in this video you've already seen. There are some things that I haven't mentioned yet, so I'm really excited to talk about them. Just overall, I just wanted to give you guys an update on what I've really been loving, and yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, so let's get right into my current beauty favorites. Alright, so I'm just going to start off with my number one immediate favorite. This was the first thing I put in my basket when I was thinking about what I wanted to include in this video. The Anastasia Beverly Hills AMREZY highlighter. Oh my gosh, I fell in love with this the moment that I opened it up. Just like looking at the packaging, first of all, I'm a sucker for packaging, you guys know this. Like sleek black acrylic outer packaging with all the gold stars on it and her name written in cursive. It's so pretty. And then when you open it up, I mean, it's like a gold wave pattern. It's the most perfect, beautiful, like light champagne color. And I'm wearing it on my face today. I've basically been wearing this every single day. This highlight has been on my face 24/7. I think this formula is perfect. Normally the Anastasia highlighters and the glow kits are very glittery. Personally, I don't hate that. I really do like the highlights in there. This one is not glittery at all, so I think more people will actually enjoy this one just because of the actual texture. It's an absolutely beautiful, like glowing, blinding highlight, but it doesn't have any glitter particles in it, so it's not going to emphasize like texture on your face. It literally just kind of looks like the sun is beaming out of your face. So this has quickly skyrocketed its way to my favorite highlighter in my collection. This is definitely going in my yearly favorites. And I know it kind of seems early to be saying that because it is March, but you know those certain products that you just know that you're gonna love it. So last year for me, that was the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. I immediately knew this is going to be in my 2017 favorites, and it was. So this is definitely my favorite highlight right now, and the first thing I thought of when I was planning this video. It's just so beautiful. This is $28. It's available at Sephora, Ulta. I think it's in stores and online, and it's so good. I have quite a few complexion products to mention to you guys. Just in general, I've been trying a ton of foundations, concealers, powders, just face products. And that's kind of weird and out of the box for me because normally I'm just buying a ton of eyeshadow palettes. I actually haven't bought a ton of eyeshadow palettes lately, so I don't know, that's kind of out of character for me. Normally I'm buying a ton of palettes and not a lot of other stuff, but lately I've just kind of been stocking up on new foundations, especially stuff from the drugstore. So I do have a few new favorite foundations that I want to mention to you guys. The first one is what I'm wearing today. I mentioned this in my top 10 favorite drugstore foundations. This is the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation, and I have just absolutely been adoring this one. I am in the shade Bisque. It's like a perfect shade match for me, first of all. I really love the finish of this one. It is matte, but I think it's actually going to suit a wide variety of skin types because I do love the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation, but that one is pretty drying and I don't think it's good for dry skin. This one is a matte foundation as well, but I would describe this as matte but not flat. It's a nice thick kind of moussey foundation. It does dry down to a very nice matte finish to a point where you don't even have to set it with powder if you don't want to. If you do have oily skin, I would recommend setting it, but I do have combination and I don't find that I need to set it throughout the day. This has a nice amount of coverage to it. It has a very nice matte finish, but it still kind of lets your skin breathe through, and I really enjoy that. So this will cover up all the redness on your face. I think it really just cancels out all the stuff that you want to cancel out, but it still looks amazing and it blends into your skin perfectly. It doesn't sit on top of your skin at all, so I've really been enjoying this one. I think the shade match is great. It's only $10. It's a great price, and I think they do have a pretty good, decent shade range, so I would definitely recommend this one. It's available at Ulta right now, and I love this so much. I am a huge lashes junkie. I'm actually planning on doing my favorite like lashes video, so I was going to include my favorite lash styles and then some of my favorite mascaras as well, so I'm planning on doing that. But until then, I just want to share with you guys some of my new favorite lashes. This is my Morphe lash book. I got this, I want to say last month, and I've really been enjoying Morphe's lashes. They came out with a new line of premium lashes, so they are like a faux mink style. They're completely synthetic, no silk or mink, and they're absolutely stunning. I'm wearing a pair right now. I don't remember what style they were. I will list it here on the screen. And here I keep 5 Morphe lashes. This one's gone, obviously, because I'm wearing it today. And then the rest of these are just from Eylure, and this is from from LashPop Lashes. The lash band is really good. It's not super thick to a point where it's going to be hard to maneuver, but it's not super thin either to a point where I feel like it's going to just fall apart after one use. So I think there's a really good happy medium to be had with a good lash band. It needs to be durable enough that it's going to be able to last through like 20 plus uses, but I don't like a super thick band that's going to be very hard to kind of maneuver and fit onto the eyes. So I think this is the perfect happy medium. These are really good. They're $10 a pair, so I think that's a great price for these lashes. I think they're amazing quality. They feel very soft. They look very nice and natural, but they're very long and dramatic as well. So these are great for Instagram pictures. I wear them almost every day. I think you'll definitely be able to find a style that suits you. Overall, I just really love the Morphe lashes. And the lash book too is great. I think this is nice and high quality, keeps everything safe. It doesn't feel like super flimsy at all. It is cardboard packaging, but I don't find it to be very like cheap feeling. So I mentioned this product in my natural makeup products video, which is one of my favorite videos on my channel. I really enjoyed putting that one together and it's gotten a lot of great feedback. This was one of my favorite products from this video and from the last couple months. I've been using this non-stop. It is one of the cheapest products in this video. It is the Trader Joe's Rosewater Facial Toner. I use this as a setting spray, as a toner, for skincare, for priming my face, for after makeup. It's just so multi-purpose. I've been using it literally like probably 4 times a day, every single day, for couple weeks, and it's only down to here, so I think this is going to last me a while. One of the reasons I love this so much is that the mist is so fine. It feels even more fine than the Urban Decay All-Nighter Spray. I think this is one of the most precise atomizers. It really just creates a nice diffused mist. So it feels very soft and light on the skin. Not necessarily going to prolong the wear of your makeup, so if you're looking for a like long wearing setting spray, go for the Urban Decay one. I think that's a great setting spray. But this one, it's not going to do that. This is just going to kind of melt all the powders on your face into your skin to make it look like your skin again. So this kind of creates a more natural makeup look. I would compare this to the MAC Fix Plus, except this has a very nice rosewater scent. It's very similar to the Mario Badescu one, but the spray on here is better. So this is only $4. If you can find it at your Trader Joe's, definitely pick it up. It can be hard to find. If you can't get it, I would just go with the Mario Badescu one. It's still good, but I like the spray on here better. As I said, I've been trying out a lot of new concealers lately. Before, I was only really using my Tarte Shape Tape. That was pretty much the only concealer I would use religiously, and I still love that concealer, despite all the controversy that's happened with the Shape Tape foundation. But I have wanted to kind of shift away from that one and look into different concealers and just see what else there is on the market. So I've actually found 2 new favorites right now, and I think one of them has actually made its way into the #1 spot for my concealers. So the first one I want to mention is that concealer, the Kylie Cosmetics concealer. This is a great amount of coverage. It's not quite as crazy coverage as the Tarte Shape Tape, but I think that's actually better. This one never looks cakey on the skin. It doesn't crease on me at all. It just looks amazing on the under eyes. It stays there throughout the day. This is also great for spot concealing. It has a good amount of coverage. This is only, I want to say it's either $18 or $20, so it's a little bit cheaper than the Tarte Shape Tape, which is $27. Also, this has like 30 plus shades, so it's an amazing shade range. I really enjoy this concealer. I think it's definitely worth the money. I know that it can be kind of weird ordering from Kylie Cosmetics because you can't actually return your stuff, so you have to make sure you have your exact shade match, but I was able to match myself pretty well online. I have the shade Ivory and it works pretty well for my skin, so I really do enjoy this one. This is probably my #1 new favorite concealer. The other one I've been enjoying is actually a drugstore option. It's very, very cheap. This is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define, and everyone has been talking about this lately on YouTube because everyone says it's a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. This one actually doesn't have as much coverage as the Shape Tape. I would actually say if Shape Tape and the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer had a baby, this would be it. It has a great amount of coverage. I think there's 18 shades in this one, so not as many shades as the Kylie one, but still a pretty good amount of shades, especially for drugstore. This is $7 and you're getting so much quality for the price. This doesn't crease on me at all. It stays on my skin throughout the day. This one is very full coverage, but it does not look cakey on my skin, so I've really been enjoying this one. I actually sometimes like to mix these 2 concealers and just get the most perfect under eye, so I've really been enjoying these 2 concealers. These have kind of led me away from using Shape Tape almost every day. I still use it probably like once a week, but these ones I'm reaching for a lot more. I have 2 favorite brushes that I wanted to mention. The first one is actually for your eyes, and I think I've mentioned this in my videos before. I use this in pretty much every tutorial, which, by the way, everyone's been asking me to do some tutorials on my channel. I know, I've been really wanting to film some. I'm definitely going to try and film one tomorrow. I think I'm going to do a prom look because I know that prom season's coming up. I do freelance work during prom season for people at my school, so I really am looking forward to doing a prom tutorial. So I think I'm going to film that tomorrow. But I know that everyone's been asking me to do a tutorial, but tutorials are actually very difficult to film. They take a large amount of time. They're probably one of the most labor-intensive videos to film on YouTube. I've only filmed like 1 or 2 on my channel, and they take a long time to edit. They take a long time to film in general. You have to put a lot of work into tutorials, and also they don't get as many views. So I don't want you guys to think that my channel is all about me getting views. I'm not all about that. I will put whatever I want up on my channel regardless of how many views it's gonna get, but sometimes I'm just kind of like, I don't want to do a tutorial, it's just gonna take too long. So I know you guys have been asking for a tutorial, and I do want to honor your guys' wishes. So I will try and do one tomorrow, especially because I like filming tutorials that I'm very excited about, and I'm so excited to film a prom tutorial. So sorry, I just got off on a tangent. Back to the brushes. So my favorite eyeshadow brush in my collection, and one that I've been reaching for a lot lately, has been the Glamour Dolls No. 10 brush. I believe people got this in an Ipsy bag a while ago. I actually got this as a Christmas present from someone who has Ipsy. I think she just regifted it to me, so I've actually been really loving this brush. This is probably one of the best like multi-purpose brushes. I think I could actually do a full eyeshadow look with just this one brush. It would be kind of difficult, of course, but it's nice and precise, so it's pretty small and it can fit in very small defined places. It's really good for just placing down a color, but then you can use the fluffy bristles to kind of blend that out. So I find that this is great for getting like a maximum amount of pigmentation out of your eyeshadows and then blending it out nice and seamlessly. So if you're looking for a bomb AF brush, Glamour Dolls No. 10. If you're looking for a really great brush for your foundation, this is pretty much the only one I've been using. It's the AOA Studio High Def F8 brush. So this one is from shopmissy.com. It is only $1, so that's crazy. It's kind of like the Sigma 3D HD brushes in that it's like a nice 3D triangular shape, really nice and densely packed. And this is just the perfect brush for my foundation because the tightly packed bristles are great for depositing a really great amount of coverage of your foundation, so you're able to just get that nice amount of coverage on your face. But it's also good for just kind of pushing that pigmentation into your skin and making it look like not sitting on top of your skin. So this is great for blending your foundation and depositing a high amount of coverage. It's just the only thing I've been reaching for. I have high-end foundation brushes and very, very cheap ones like this one. It's only $1. I just do not think you can go wrong with this one. It's really an essential in my collection. So these 2 brushes have been 2 of my favorites. Recently changed up my skincare routine and my face has been thriving. I don't think my skin has looked this good in like years. I recently got onto the 10-step Korean skincare routine, so that's really been helping. My friend recommended me to try that one out, and under her guidance I have been just totally revamping my skincare routine, taking better care of my face in general, and the results have been amazing. So I actually just reintroduced a new cleanser to my family, and this is the TATCHA The Deep Cleanse. TATCHA is super expensive, but it's one of my favorite skincare brands. No, probably my favorite skincare brand. This is available at Sephora. It is a Japanese skincare brand, and I'm Japanese, so we gotta represent. After I go in with my oil cleanser to just take off all my makeup, I will go in with this to remove the oil and all the stuff on my face. This just makes my skin feel so clean. I feel like nothing is in my pores after I use this one. It's best for just extracting everything from my pores, making my face feel nice and clean, but it doesn't strip my skin either, so I don't feel like my face is like completely dry and like barren after I use this one. I think this just nourishes my skin while also clarifying it, so I think this is probably one of the best cleansers I've ever tried in my life. It's super expensive. I actually got this one, it's a mini from the Kyoto Cleanse set, so I think this is a great option just to try it out. This has 1.7 fluid ounces, so you're getting a pretty good amount of product in here. I think I will actually repurchase the full size once I'm done with this because it's really just made my skin so much better lately, so I am planning on doing an updated skincare routine, like a Get Unready With Me. I did one of those last summer, so my skincare routine has changed a lot. I really do want to update you guys and show you guys how I've been taking care of my skin, so look out for that on my channel, but this one has been my favorite cleanser lately. So I also mentioned these 2 products in my natural makeup video, and just in general, I think one of my favorites lately has been a natural makeup look. I've really been embracing my natural beauty and just kind of letting my normal skin shine through, especially because my skin has been so much better lately that I've really just wanted to go for lighter coverage products, more natural eye looks, still wearing lashes obviously because I cannot go without lashes, but just embracing a more natural look instead of a full glam. I love both, don't get me wrong. I still do a lot of makeup artistry on my Instagram if you follow me there, which you should. But yeah, I've really been embracing lighter coverage products and just more natural makeup in general. So 2 of my favorite products for that have been the Tarte Tinted Moisturizer and then the Glossier Stretch Concealer. I mentioned these both in the natural makeup video, so I'm not going to elaborate too much. You should go watch that video if you want my full reviews on both of these. But this is like the most perfect light coverage all over complexion product. It just smooths out all my imperfections while still looking like my skin, and I've been using this pretty much every single day that I don't wear full glam, like foundation, eyelashes, eyeshadow, everything. And to pair with the tinted moisturizer, I think you really do need a lighter coverage concealer because it kind of looks weird if you have like no coverage on your face, but then very high coverage under your under eyes. So I've been going for the Glossier Stretch Concealer on all those natural makeup days. I think this is perfect for spot concealing and under eye concealing. It has a nice amount of dewiness to it. It just makes your skin look so radiant and healthy. I've really been enjoying these two together. They're just my total essentials. I think if you're willing to embrace a more natural makeup look, these are probably two of the best complexion products. I have to mention this palette because even though this is kind of my forever favorite, I have been using this consistently and it's always been one of my favorites in my collection. I've really just been appreciating it a lot more lately, especially since like Valentine's Day. So the ANASTASIA Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance. Obviously this is one of my favorites. I talk about this pretty much nonstop. I talk about this in almost every video, but this palette has really just been striking a chord with me lately because of the colors. I use this for my Valentine's Day look, which was one of my favorite looks I've done in a long time with the heart. I think this is great for creating very natural looks or dramatic looks. It's great for doing a nice soft glam. I am planning on picking up the Soft Glam palette, don't get me wrong, and I'm sure that I will be loving that once I do pick it up, but I've just really been having a great time with the Modern Renaissance. I've been using this almost like twice a week, if not more than that. And for someone with as many palettes as me, that's a lot. So I've really been enjoying this palette. I think it's definitely one of the best ones on the market, and I will probably always love this palette. So right around the time that I bought the Makeup Revolution concealer, I also picked up some new products from them just because I don't think I have a lot of stuff from them. I only have like one highlighter and then I think a couple like lip products, but I really wanted to try some more of their stuff. So I picked up the Makeup Revolution Luxury Baking Powder in Lace. Casey Holmes was actually recommending this one. She said it's a very nice light banana powder that would be good for fair skin tones like mine. So I was really, really excited to pick this one up, and I've been using this for baking under my eyes. It's such a good powder. This is so finely milled, but the color of this one, it's great for like yellow skin tones like mine. I have a very fair skin tone with nice yellow undertones, so this is perfect for my skin. It does a great job of brightening up my under eyes or anywhere that I put this powder. And the only thing I don't like about this powder is the fact that this packaging is like a mess. It doesn't really have a sifter, so it's definitely going to get messy. I'm actually thinking about transferring this powder to a different packaging because this is really difficult to use, especially if you don't like mess like I do. So this one is pretty messy to use. I am going to transpose it over to a different packaging. For $8, I think it's still great. You're getting 1.23 ounces of product, so you're getting a ton of powder in here. It's just great for baking. I don't want to use a super expensive powder like the Laura Mercier if I'm just going to be using it under my eyes and then brushing it away. So I think this is great for baking. It's great for brightening your under eyes, and overall, Casey Holmes never does me dirty. I have another product that I want to mention. I also mentioned this one in my natural makeup video. Just in general, you're probably going to see a lot of product from that video mentioned in this one because I have been loving that look lately. This powder I use so often, and not just for setting my face. This is the Glossier WOWDER, and one of the main reasons I love this one is because it's great for fixing mistakes. So if I applied too much bronzer or too much blush, which sometimes I can get pretty heavy-handed and do, just a dab of this, I dab my big powder brush in there and just smooth over, and it'll kind of erase all the extra stuff and just make my skin look better. So this is great for like erasing those mistakes if you get a little too heavy-handed with your blush or your bronzer. This is also great for setting your makeup, just letting some of your natural dew show through. I won't talk about this too much because I did talk about it a lot in the other video, but I've really been enjoying this one as well. So one of my favorite lipsticks, my favorite lipstick in my collection definitely is the Pat McGrath Foamy lipstick. It's the most perfect, like kind of nudish pink. It's so beautiful and it works with almost every eye look. I think I will be wearing this one to prom. It's the most beautiful shade. And then the MATTERANCE formula is probably one of the best lipsticks I've ever tried in my life. It's super matte, extremely pigmented. It lasts through eating, through like the entire day, through drinking anything. It's just perfect. So this lipstick is my favorite one, but if you do not want to spend a ton of money, I did find you a great color dupe. So a great dupe for the shade Omi is the shade Candy Paint by ColourPop. This is a MATTEX Lippy Sticks, and the formula does not compare to the Pat McGrath one. They're both matte lipsticks and they both are pretty long wearing, but I think the formula of this one is a lot more creamy and it's so much better. But this is a great formula, don't get me wrong. And then the color is extremely similar. It's that same kind of dusty rose shade. Omi actually has a little bit more pink. This one has a little bit more brown in there, but still very similar. I'd say it's a 0.5 margin of error. So obviously you're getting a lot more product in this lipstick, and then the packaging of this one is beautiful and cannot be rivaled by the ColourPop, but I love both formulas. I think they're both very similar colors, and if you don't want to spend $38, which is extremely spendy, $5 or $5.50 now, I think, because they raised the price, $5 will get you the same thing. So yeah, Pat McGrath Omi, ColourPop Candy Paint, both great colors, both very similar to each other, and I've been wearing these a lot. I have another foundation to mention to you guys. This is the KYLIE Ethereal Skin Illuminating Foundation. I've just really been in love with dewier foundations, and then this one, when I first tried it out, I wasn't a fan, probably because I liked matte foundations back then, but now I've really just been embracing that look. And this is beautiful. You have a great amount of coverage in here. It's nice and dewy, but it doesn't look shiny on the face. This is great for dry to normal skin. If you do have oily skin, you probably want to use a very mattifying primer with this one, but this is amazing. One of the few foundations I have that actually kind of looks better throughout the day because your natural oils can start to break through, just make everything look more radiant and dewy. It never looks cakey on my skin and it just blends right in. So I really enjoyed this one. It is extremely expensive. KYLIE is definitely luxurious, but this is one of those luxury foundations that I'm just constantly awed with. I think it looks amazing on the skin. This is the Jo Malone Red Roses body cream, and I love Jo Malone's lotions. I've loved Jo Malone's body creams in general. I have the Tuberose Angelica cream and the Wood Sage one. Both of those are amazing scents, but Red Roses is my personal favorite. The reason I love this is that the scent just kind of lingers on your skin throughout the day. I think as your skin like kind of heats up, as your body chemistry heats up, this lotion really reacts with that, and it just emits the most beautiful perfumey scent. So if you're not a fan of wearing heavy perfume and you'd rather have something that's going to moisturize your skin, this is amazing because you can totally smell it on you. It's not overpowering in any way. It's not going to be like, oh my god, she's wearing a ton of perfume. And it stays on your skin all day. So this is probably the most like long-lasting scent, and it's absolutely beautiful. It is very spendy, of course. Jo Malone is very luxurious, but I just love her products. So Jo Malone London Red Roses body cream, crème pour le corps. It's beautiful. I've also been adoring my Tarte Lit in Bloom palette from Tarte. I've really been leaning into the neutral colors. This has every single neutral color I would ever need. You've got your cool tones, you've got your warm tones. I could just create pretty much any look I'd ever want to with neutral colors. I really like the dark colors in here too because they're nice and soft, but they build pretty well. So if you want just a tiny amount of definition, you can just add the slightest amount, but if you really want to deepen up your outer corner or your crease or whatever, these can build up really well. So I think these are amazing, very pigmented, very blendable. They're kind of a drier formula, but they perform so well in the eyes. So Tarte Lit in Bloom is one of my favorite palettes in my collection. I've just really been appreciating this one lately for everything that it's been able to do. I have like two new favorite blushes. So the first one is the Essence Satin Touch blush. Again, I talked about this in the video. It's the perfect like kind of peachy, almost matte, but it kind of has a nice satiny luminescence on the skin, even though it is matte in the pan. So this one just looks so healthy on the cheeks. It's only $3, you really can't go wrong. And then the luminous blush that I've been using a lot has been the Pacifica Wild Rose blush. So this is 100% vegan and cruelty free. Pacifica is one of those, Pacifica is a brand that I don't like a lot of their stuff, but this is one of the only products that I've really just enjoyed from them. Almost like a pink highlighter. I think this would be a highlighter on darker skin tones. It's a nice pinky tone blush, but it has a nice luminescence to it. So I'll actually just pat a little bit of this on top of my cheeks. Just adds a little bit of extra health and glow. It's great for more natural makeup days, or today I'm actually wearing this one, so I really enjoy this one. Just so beautiful. Finally, I have two lip products to close up this video. So the first one is the KKW Beauty gloss. This is the Ultralight Beams gloss in the shade Rose Gold. I love this gloss so much. The formula is amazing. It's very buttery and creamy. It doesn't like feel sticky on the lips at all. It just feels nice and juicy, and it makes your lips look so glossy, so beautiful, and it lasts for so long. So this is probably one of the most long-wearing glosses I have, and the color is perfect. It's very universal, and it applies very well on top of other lip products. So I've really been enjoying this one. Hopefully she will release it in singles, because as of now you can only buy it in the set with the pigment. And my other favorite is what I'm wearing right now. It's the Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint. I've talked about this a lot on my channel. I talked about this in my favorites video. I actually think I talked about this in my last favorites video, but it's still a favorite. I've just been reaching for this when I want to feel powerful. This lip color makes me feel like 10 times more confident the minute I put it on, because it's just such a beautiful red. This is probably the most classic color that I have in my collection. It just takes any makeup look to that next level. So I think this is stunning. It's my die-hard #1 favorite red color in my collection, and I will always repurchase this one. It's the #1 best-selling lipstick in Sephora for a reason. So this is $24. This one is $30 in the set. So both of these are my favorites right now. I reach for this one when I want a colorful lip, and this one when I want a nice nude glossy lip. Okay, so I think I've been filming for like an hour and a half. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's not too long, but I have a lot of favorites, as you can see. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel and follow me on Instagram at JuliaCMazzucato. And please comment down below, what are your favorites right now? I'd really love to try some of your favorite products out. I love what you guys recommend to me. You guys have never done me dirty. You guys always have amazing taste. So I'd love to try some of your favorites as well. If you made it to the very end of this video, I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching my channel.